Good evening, delegates, honored head table guests, ladies and gentlemen. I've had the privilege to share a podium with some very distinguished people in my career, but I'd have to say that I've never had the privilege of sharing a podium with a group as distinguished and accomplished as this one. And for a farm boy from southern Saskatchewan, makes me feel just a little bit inadequate. But in any event, welcome to the third edition of the Global Pulses Conclave. This is a wonderful opportunity for leaders in the pulse industry to gather and strengthen our relationships. I'm so happy to be here in this beautiful country, representing my home, the province of Saskatchewan in Canada, and our growing agriculture sector. Our province is a global leader in supplying agricultural products to the fastest growing countries in the world. Agriculture is big business for Saskatchewan and an important part of our economy. We are very fortunate to have more than 40% of Canada's available farmland, with over 13 million hectares planted to crops each year. Our climate, while on the cooler side compared to India, is perfect for growing high-value crops, and we have abundant access to fresh water. The world's population is growing at a rate of about 200,000 people per day, or 70 million a year. In order to feed everyone, global food production has to double. We understand that the generations of today and tomorrow and decades from now need safe, healthy food grown in sustainable and environmentally responsible ways, and we are working towards that. Last year, our producers harvested an impressive crop of 32 million metric tons. That is the second largest crop in our history. Year after year, our pulse crops are of superb quality, and last year was no different. Nearly all our peas and chickpeas and 3/4 of our lentils were given the top 2 quality ratings or grades. This is exceptional, as farming is unpredictable and weather is unforgivable. We faced a year with many challenges throughout the growing season. The strength of the 2015 crop shows that we are resilient. Last year, Saskatchewan produced 2.2 million metric tons of lentils, almost 1.8 million metric tons of peas, and 84,000 metric tons of chickpeas. To put that in perspective, the amount of lentils we produced last year could fill more than 1,100 Olympic-sized swimming pools, or about 32 Panamax cargo vessels. We have proven no matter what nature throws at us, our trusted farmers, practices, and trade policies will ensure a high-quality crop gets to consumers. Annually, we export about $15 billion, or 730 billion rupees, worth of agricultural food products, including commodities in 4 key areas: pulses, such as lentils, peas, and chickpeas; oil seeds, including canola, flax, and mustard; edible oils like canola oil and flax oil; and cereal grains, such as wheat, oats, and barley. For us, India is our most important pulse market and a valued trading partner. Saskatchewan is responsible for 66% of Canadian chickpeas exported to India, 91% of Canadian field peas exported to India, and 99% of Canadian lentil exports to India. 2015 was a record-breaking year for Saskatchewan pulse exports to India, as we exceeded the $1 billion mark for the first time ever. Over the last 5 years, our annual pulse exports to India have more than tripled in value to surpass $1.5 billion, with average shipments of more than 1.4 million metric tons. It is important for us to maintain communication, to ensure our trade relationship is meeting your needs and the needs of your consumers. The United Nations has declared 2016 the International Year of Pulses. This profile is putting pulse crops on the world stage. It is an unprecedented opportunity to raise awareness and grow the demand for pulses in India and around the globe. Pulses are very important to grow global crops because they contribute to sustainable food production and have multiple health benefits. Pulses are an affordable and versatile source of protein. They can be used in main dishes, side dishes, snacks, and desserts. Whatever you use pulses for, the benefits are proven. Most everyone in this room today is involved in the pulse industry, and you all are fully aware of the benefits of these amazing crops. Pulses like lentils, peas, and chickpeas are low-fat, high in protein, and a great source of fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Pulse crops leave behind nitrogen-rich residues that provide extra nutrients for future crops. Pulses also have a low carbon footprint and use much less water than other sources of protein. Increasingly, consumers are recognizing the benefits, and we are preparing for future demand as they incorporate more pulses into their diets. Saskatchewan, an enormous production capacity, makes an important contributor to global food security. Canada and Saskatchewan are strong partners for meeting your food security needs. We are committed to growing and maintaining our production capacity without jeopardizing the industry's long-term sustainability. Sustainable production is very important to Saskatchewan producers, and pulses have a prominent role to play. Saskatchewan is a leader both in supplying safe, high-quality food and in agricultural research, innovation, and development. Our country's industry is built on cutting-edge research with up-to-date technology, knowledgeable people committed to working with our customers. Our pulses, grains, and oilseeds are carefully bred, grown, inspected, and certified to meet the particular specifications our customers require. We also value growth. The thriving pulse industry in Saskatchewan has gone from humble beginnings in the 1980s to more than 1.6 million hectares harvested in 2015. But we are not stopping there. Our goals at home include a target to increase primary production by 40% by 2020. We have such high expectations for growth in our province that we set out a roadmap to follow called the Saskatchewan Plan for Growth. Targets within that plan include expanding crop production by 10 million tons, increasing agricultural exports to $15 billion, increasing value-added revenue to $6 billion, and establishing Saskatchewan as an international leader in biosciences. We want to do all of that by 2020 and do it on a consistent basis. As we surpassed our crop production goal with a record-breaking harvest in 2013. And I am also pleased to announce that we surpassed our export growth goal in 2015, a full 5 years ahead of target. We are investing heavily in research and development to improve productivity and agronomics to help this growth happen. Saskatchewan is home to a number of world-class research facilities. The University of Saskatchewan in the city of Saskatoon is a leader in agricultural crop research. It has one of Canada's largest clusters of agricultural research organizations. Our Crop Development Centre alone is responsible for the release of more than 400 new commercial crop varieties. But there's also a need for relationship building and trade partnerships. We need to be able to get the food we produce to consumers. A strong and predictable trade policy environment ensures agricultural goods can reach the countries that need them. Canada and India have that kind of relationship, but I believe it is in the best interests of both countries to finalize a free trade agreement, and I hope that each of us will urge our governments to pursue negotiations with renewed vigor. Saskatchewan relies on international markets to buy our goods because only about 5% of what we grow is consumed at home. 1 in 5 jobs in our province depends on international exports. Without trade, a lot of food would go to waste and a lot of people would go hungry. Given our reliance on markets around the globe, it's a priority for us to ensure a reliable transportation system in Canada to move our products from truck to train to ship. This system needs to be efficient, but also have the flexibility to grow with our increasing export capacity. We will continue to monitor our transportation system's performance and make sure it is meeting the needs of current production and future goals. We view both the International Year of Pulses and the Pulses Conclave as important venues to bring our two countries together. Please accept my open invitation to visit Saskatchewan and experience the production, research, and development opportunities that we have there. We would be more than happy to host you and give you a taste of Saskatchewan agriculture. I will also be taking what I have learned through our valuable conversations and discussions home with me. Each of you has an important perspective on our industry that we can all benefit from, and I look forward to hearing from you. I am the Agriculture Minister in Saskatchewan, but I'm also a farmer and a pulse producer. I know what it takes to grow and harvest a good crop, hard work and commitment. But the hard work and commitment doesn't stop there. In many cases, that's only the beginning. Events like this let us see the big picture. They give us the chance to help farmers, consumers, and our country's economies. Thank you again for having me here today. I know Jaipur has earned the nickname of Pink City because of the color of the stone used to construct some of your buildings, but I will remember it as Pulse City for all the hard work and commitment of everyone in this room today. The Pulses Conclave is a world-class event for the agribusiness industry, and I'm honored to be a small part of it. Thank you very much.
That was the Honourable Minister of Agriculture, Minister responsible for Saskatchewan Crop Insurance, the Honourable Lyle Stewart. Thank you, sir, for your presence here, and may I request the Chairman of IPGA, Mr. Praveen Dongre, the Vice Chairman, Mr. Bimal Kothari, to please honour you with the traditional bouquet, the shawl, and of course the placard, the plaque. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honourable Minister for Agriculture, Minister responsible for Saskatchewan Crop Insurance Corporation, Honourable Lyle Stewart. Indeed, an honour and a pleasure to have you here, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go, we have one small honour to do, so please stay with us. This is to recognize a lifetime achievement in the industry. Thank you, Honourable Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, before the vote of thanks, which will be the privilege of course, the Vice Chairman of IPGA, it is time to honour and recognize one of amongst you who has become a legend. It is the Lifetime Achievement Award. Now, this organization and this gentleman needs no introduction. The Lifetime Achievement Award this year at this conclave will be presented to Sri Seth Deepak Chandji Parag. The Parag Group of companies includes Pune Dal and Basin Mills Private Limited, and Parag Agro was founded by the late Harakchandji Parag. who's the brother of Shri Deepak Chandji Parak and also of Shri Jalam Chandi Parak. It's completing 50 years of pulses processing, and it is a manufacturer of quality products, sincerely serving the people. And these values have also been inculcated in the family. The transparency of work and manufacturing quality has lifted the group to great heights, and their brand names Hera and Samrat have become household names. This small manufacturing unit in Pune has grown into a giant, creating job opportunities for thousands. It has multiplied from a single unit to 15 different units all across India. Apart from pulses, they also are into wheat processing, solvent extraction, plastic film making, construction, and energy. This group was also ahead in philanthropy and education of the poor, providing medical aid and in animal protection. Ladies and gentlemen, this is in recognition for their services to the industry, this achievement award, recognized by each and every one of you, all their peers. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.